Apple vibe we on. Lately I ain't been home.
Hello, guys. Welcome to Boxing Blog Center, the home of Nigerian and African boxing. And of course, we are live. You know what that means. Yo, Woko. Oh, the last time we went live, man, that was like 7 days or 8 days ago. I can't remember. I can't even remember anymore because it got to the point where I myself got tired of this right here. And for those, listen, I have to say though, the suspension was an eye opener for me. You know the reason why it's like that? Because I now got to really know who my real fans are. And it was nice to see all the messages from Lisa Bills, from that guy, what's his name again, Gato Ogbeide. Messages from our brother, what's his name again, Big Shots. Message from a lot of you guys, like asking what's going on right now. Well, BBC, where you at? Where's Poppy? Why, why you not going live anymore? Things are happening. Where are you? Well. And there is Junior or his loyalists wanted to take down BBC because they know this is the only real channel alive. And that's a fact, but we were able to beat them. We have to push them back. And yeah, we are, man. I want to say thanks to each and every one of you that support the channel still. I've been seeing a lot of messages. Some people are so surprised. What's happening? Listen, go subscribe to Ray Block Media right now. That will be my backup channel for now. Go to YouTube, search for Ray Block Media, subscribe now. That will be my backup channel in case something similar or something like that happened again, because I couldn't post anywhere, not even on my community feed, not even my stories, nowhere. I couldn't do stuff, and I'm glad that Lisa Bills and the rest, told people, and the subscribers went up there, but I need to get it to 1,000, man. We have like 500 subs there, 500 subs plus there, which is, is growing gradually, but I didn't make that channel for this, I just made it for overall stuff, and I wanted to package it well, how they be now. Yeah, man, I have to say, big shout out to each and every one of you that support the channel. Let me see the people on the live chat right here. Big shout out to Beat Baba and Lekan Ayuba. Yeah, Lekan Ayuba as well. Lekan Ayuba, I don't forget you, bro. You're amazing. Now, let's get to this now. Team Usyk wants war. They want war, Anthony Joshua. We're going to be talking about this. And we're going to be talking about, as well, Tyson Fury and Deontay, what a deal getting made so easily. Fury came out today, last night, in the US, signing a contract. We're going to talk about that. But first of all, let's talk about this Usyk case first. We have our brother Mayo Joe in the house. I have to also give shout out to Mayo Joe as well. And, to Jagbe, Anthony, Ibrahim, Winke Jofor. We have our brother Isioma as well. Those guys, you guys are amazing. And, these are real Nigerians. These are real patriotic Nigerians, I'll tell you that, And the others who are not Nigerians, those who are real supporters of the channel and they like to see it grow. And I appreciate you all. Mario Joe, what's up? How you doing? Hey, so what's up? What's popping now? We're back here on the main channel right now, man. After a week plus. How far?
Yes, people. Yes, my brother, man. It is good news, That week felt like a really long week, man. There's a lot of things going on. And,
Yo, Woko, like you can't believe it, man. Like he felt like something like he felt. Say when not Nepa, Nepa. I know that Nepa been a PSC and they call him. Is it called Nepa now, or do they have another company now? I think I heard it last time.
I think it's PHC.
PSC now. So it's like, okay, let's just say Nepa. We know he has Nepa. Now, it be like when Nepa take light, you understand? Like, it was so crazy. That era was like, damn, man. And you can understand the people who are subscribed to Ray Block Media, like, a lot of them are not really active in terms of, like, they don't know that I post stuff there because they know that as a channel that I'm going to be, posting other stuff, other topic related stuff on. You here with us, bro?
I'm with you, bro. I'm with you.
So yeah, we'll continue.
Yeah, so I was saying that that week felt really long, but I'm glad that you're back on. Just know that come rain, come sun, we're here to support this channel, man. We're here to make it grow because this is the only place where we state facts. We don't beat around the bush, we state absolute facts. So yeah, it's good to be on with you, bro.
I spoke to Winke today. He was really spitting fast. Like he just gave me an insight on something regarding water,
Okay.
and I've been thinking about it. I was like, damn, man, like that might really be the case. You never know, but I would like him to when he's available, he can speak on that. But now let's talk about this. Andrews, let's talk about Andrews Jr. Let's talk about Oleksandr Usyk. Andrews Jr. By the way, this guy. You remember when the deal fell off? The Joshua Tyson Fury deal fell off. Did you see an original story where he posted where someone, I think one of his loyalists or something, fanatics, said, "Put Andrews in." This guy really retweeted that stuff. So what do you make of that move? That move from Andrews Jr. Is it a chameleon move or a guy who's trying to look like an opportunist? Thinking maybe Team Joshua will make the same mistake they made before. He let it the chameleon, the chameleon Andrews Jr. I call you chameleon right now because I know what you did, Andrews Jr. You're a chameleon. Okay.
I call that move a chameleon move. I call it an opportunist. This guy, he wants to do the minimal work to get the biggest results. He doesn't want to face good challenges. He wants to fight bombs, hoping that he would now get an opportunity to get in there with a champion like Joshua. He got lucky the first time, and he thinks that is going to work again. He needs to go and work his way up. He's never going to get that kind of chance again. He needs to. You see the way Joshua fought guys, before he got to where he is now. Ruiz Jr. needs to go and build his way up as well. He needs to go and fight real people. So he shouldn't think that he's going to get this opportunity every time there is an issue. He's just sitting there waiting for a big payday. He's a chameleon, and he should go and work his way up, man. He really should. Who wants to see a third fight with Ruiz Jr. when Joshua has got a belt to defend? He's got Usyk. He's got the winner between Wilder and Fury. So why would he want to fight Andy Ruiz Jr.? Who wants to see that? I don't want to see that.
Me neither, bro. Andrew Jr. should go fight if you're Jagba. I mean, Jagba, I'm kind of disappointed a little bit in Jagba though for not calling him out. I told Jagba, call that guy out after that fight with Chris Ariola. I said, call that chameleon out. Okay, I'm surprised Ajagba did not call him out. He called Ndubo out. He called the Joshua out, which I think is okay to call those guys out, even though the Joshua fight is not happening anytime soon. Ajagba should have called Andrews out because I want to see that chameleon knocked out by Ajagba. I want to see it knocked out by Ajagba, bro. I tell you that now. I don't know that chameleon, that guy. He's a real chameleon. I'm telling you right now. Him and his loyalist. They try to take down BBC, and believe you me, any video I make of Andrews Jr., believe you me, I have no mercy for Andrews Jr. when it comes to after what he tried to do, no mercy for that guy. I'm telling you right now.
He was lucky the first time to get that opportunity, and he just thinks that's how it's always going to work. Just sit on the sidelines and waiting for big opportunities and put yourself in there. No, man. He needs to go and fight other guys as well. Look at him against Ariola the last time. It was bad. He got lucky the first time against Joshua. He got really, really lucky. So he shouldn't even think about it. I don't want to see it. Nobody wants to see it. Nobody.
Yeah, bro. Fast forward to, Usyk and his team. You watched the interview of Usyk manager saying Anthony Joshua might as well. Anthony Joshua's plan C is to give up the WBO belt instead of fighting fighting Usyk. What do you make of that? Usyk, I understand. Usyk is a boxing maestro, no doubt about it. I'm not gonna come here and tell you Usyk is a rubbish fighter. Usyk is of a boxing maestro. He's listen, he's very very skilled. But does he beat Joshua? I don't see it happening. Maybe the Joshua that got defeated by Andy Ruiz Jr. Okay, the first fight. Maybe that one. Maybe that Joshua is not focused, who got concussed, who got stopped in sparring, was concussed 8 days, and Steve went to war. Joshua is not ready, who hasn't added some tools to his arsenal. But this Joshua right now, believe you me, Usyk does not beat him. It's just a fact. What do you make of when you see his team saying, and Joshua plan C will be to vacate. He don't want to smoke. He might not want to smoke and all those kind of stuff, and just trying to pressure Joshua to fight him.
To be honest, I don't see too much to it. I think, you could see. Not even it's clear that they really want the Joshua fight. And I'll tell you, the number one reason why they want the Joshua fight is for the money. Okay, Joshua is going to give them a big payday. And I don't blame him. Bro, if you were in that situation, what would you do? I would do the same. I would try to get the cash cow. I don't think that they believe that they're going to beat Joshua. Yes, they have a chance because at the end of the day, Usyk is a very skilled fighter. Every fighter has a chance. Of course, he has a chance. I'm not going to sit here and say that, Usyk doesn't have any chance at all. He has a chance. He's a good boxer. He's very, very skilled. He has a chance, but how much chance are we talking about now? Maybe a 20% chance, because I think that Usyk does not beat any version of Anthony Joshua. Even before Andy Ruiz version of Joshua, I still don't see Usyk doing it, to be honest with you. We all know, you and I know, BBC, that a lot of things happened, towards to the lead up of that fight with Andy Ruiz the first time. A lot of things happened, and obviously because of the kind of person Joshua is, a humble guy, he doesn't want to give any excuses. But in all honesty, he has 1,001 excuses. Joshua wasn't okay getting into that fight. But let's leave that aside. And Usyk does not beat any version of Anthony Joshua, even pre-Ruiz version of Joshua.
I think he beats the Joshua that Ruiz beat though. I think it beats because why I say so, because that Joshua was not focused. That Joshua overestimated his opponent. Okay, of course, there's no way Joshua will overestimate Usyk because he knows Usyk is, a very dangerous guy. But the thing is that Joshua being concussed 8 days probably before going to that ring, which he's yet to even, kind of unveil in a way, even though we know very well what went on, man. People that he sparred. I spoke with some of the guys there that he sparred, and they told me something that they told me, So Joshua is a guy that don't want to talk about he don't want to talk about things going on with him whenever, even if he's having problem right now, he doesn't say it because he's a guy that don't want to I want to be like he's not a guy to give excuse. For example, now if he were to say, okay, imagine Joshua after getting beat by Andy Ruiz Jr. coming out and say, oh, this is what happened. The media that already hated Joshua, will now start, reminding Joshua of what he said, in the past, every time, they will say, oh, you said this, you said that, like Deontay Wilder right now. Deontay Wilder should have never, come out to really talk about what really happened. I don't know what went on with him. He came and complained about so many things. One time it was his costume. The other time it was his elbow. The other time it was, I don't know, man. This guy, he came up with so many excuses.
Wilder made a big mistake.
To the point, he made a big mistake. To the point where even now nobody believes him anymore. So
he really did. Big mistake.
Me and we talked today. Wike was telling me, he said, what he said, you see, the American media are so against Wilder. The mainstream media, they just rubbishing Wilder. And I said, listen, I understand what he means. He's talking about racism. I said, listen, it's not everything is not about race. I just feel like Wilder made a huge mistake. You know, uh, you know, you
We've
know.
had a lot of heavyweight champions that came from America, black heavyweight champions, and they were supported. So I think it just depends on who you really are and how you have, how people accept, Wilder wasn't really accepted. I'll put it that way. And I think a lot of that has to do
Why do you say Wilder
with his
wasn't really
record.
accepted?
It wasn't accepted in the terms because of the way I don't know. There's just this thing about Wilder that is not very. You look at a guy like Tyson. He has a character that you love. You look like a guy like Holyfield, but Wilder is a little bit different, and it wasn't promoted right. I keep saying this. I feel that the people that promoted Wilder did not do a really good job from the word go. And also, I think one of the reasons why nobody knew or accepted Wilder was because of his resume. He had really, really, his resume was really weak. He was beating guys that he really shouldn't be in the ring with, to be honest. Guys with 20 losses, 15 losses. So because of that, people didn't consider him a very serious heavyweight champion, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, but do you think he's really about his resume though? Because I used to think that was the case, but I think if people just don't like you, they don't like you. Okay, let's make an example right now of Josh Taylor. Josh Taylor is now the new super lightweight undisputed champion, right? He holds all the marbles now. And yet Josh Taylor didn't get. There's no mention of Josh Taylor's win on the British mainstream media. Like, they are not really talking about him like that. Some say it's because he's Scottish, and of course he didn't. When British fighter when they win, when they win a fight, you tend to see them with that Union Jack flag. But Josh Taylor came out with a Scottish flag. I think that might be maybe with Josh Taylor's persona. Maybe in the past he's been accused of racism in a way, and maybe that could be a reason. But Wilder is not like that. I mean, Wilder, I think because he comes from the South Side, and people call him country. I remember Jerry Miller was just like having a go at the guy, calling him a country guy. I mean, the Americans, I want to know, being a country guy, is it an insult or I don't know? I think.
I don't know. As far as I'm concerned, right? I think that there might be some truth in what you're saying. I wouldn't want to go down that line and that route of saying racism, but I would say that you see, your promotional team has a lot to do with how you are accepted. It is how you are. People will accept what they see. Okay. Look at undisputed champion of the world. He's not even popular in the UK. Even the build up to that fight was non-existent. It was non-existent. There was no promotion, nothing. So if you're not with the right team, I keep saying this. If you're not, look at what's his name now? Conor Ben. Look at how they're building that guy up. He has not even really won anything, but he's a household name in the UK already. Look at how they're building him.
He's a household name. His dad is known. Yeah. So you cannot compare Conor Ben to Josh Taylor. Although Conor Ben, there is no controversy though with Conor Ben. Josh Taylor has been accused of racism before, and which himself. I mean, I saw that. So maybe that's the reason why, or maybe because he represents Scotland more than he represents the whole United Kingdom, which consists of England, Scotland, Wales, Northern Ireland, I guess maybe. Yeah.
But in my own opinion, anyway, like I said, I think that there was something wrong with how Wilder was built up. I think there was really something wrong there. Wilder wasn't. As a matter of fact, the reason why Wilder is a bit popular now is because Wilder literally used a strategy where he used the name of Anthony Joshua to build his resume. He used that name. He used that name to build himself. He didn't stop talking about Joshua. He didn't stop attacking Joshua. But other than that, nobody really knew about Wilder, to be honest with you. So
okay, I want to ask you this question: Wilder and Fury, who is more controversial? Who said more controversial stuff? I want to ask you that. Let me see.
in terms of what they've said, of course,
Yeah, in the
Fury,
past, what.
Fury.
So Fury gets a lot of love. Even now, he pulled out of that fight. The guy still has a lot of his fans are just crazy. This guy has some, I don't know, some crazy fans that they don't see anything wrong in whatever he does. The British press, they never talk about that. But just imagine if that was Anthony Joshua that put out that, used Fury's name for clout or whatsoever. Imagine they would drag Joshua's name in the mud. That's a fact. And this is what I'm talking about right now. There's something wrong.
Yeah, Fury doesn't necessarily have. He has a lot of supporters, hardcore, but he doesn't have them in large numbers like Anthony Joshua. He has people that support him. They are hardcore, and a lot of them are. You know what I mean? You know who they are. But there's not a lot of them. I'm telling you, brother. That's why Fury cannot sell out in the UK. He can't. Fury can't sell 10,000 in the UK by himself fighting a bomb. He can't. Trust me, he can't. Fury cannot sell an arena filled with 10,000 people in the UK. He can't. He has people who are hardcore supporters. They are fanatics. But Fury doesn't have support in numbers like Joshua does or even Dillian White. Fury can't sell 15,000. When has he ever sold out even 10,000 in the UK by himself? So you could say, yes, he has a lot of people supporting him, but those are just haters, most of them. They're not really, he doesn't have like a large number of supporters like that. He doesn't, honestly. He really doesn't. Maybe now his resume has risen a bit because of the whole mental health thing. Like I've been saying, that whole mental health thing, he used that thing for popularity. It's not genuine. He just used it to gain popularity. Because obviously he's looked around and like, what can I do? I won the heavyweight championship of the world, unified the belt against Klitschko. They didn't accept me. When I beat Chisora, they didn't accept me. Nothing I do, these people are not going to accept me. So he came back with a very, very great strategy, because trust me, a lot of people can relate with mental health. A lot. Thousands and millions of people can relate to that. So it was a good strategy, very good strategy, very, very good strategy. That's what I was saying about promotion and you just having something that people can relate to it. And I think that's one of the problems with Wilder. Wilder doesn't really have anything that people can actually say yes. Wilder has a good storyline in terms of the reason why he came into boxing. Those are the kind of things they should be using a bit more, talking about those things a bit more. Look at Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua will talk about his criminal past, where he had an issue when he was a youngster, and he turned his life around, and he turned that into a positive thing, went to the Olympics, now he's a unified champion. He's the biggest star in heavyweight boxing. You need to have something on your side for good PR. That's what I think anyway, in all honesty.
So going back to the Usyk,
Usyk,
continue.
Yeah, Usyk is doing the right thing. His manager is saying the right things. I don't think that they desperately want that fight. Who wouldn't? They desperately want the fight. They're going to make loads of money. You need to also, people don't understand that Usyk is not a young man. Usyk is 35 years old. And when people look at Usyk, they are looking at Usyk from the perspective of the cruiserweight champion. They're not looking at him from the heavyweight. He's not in a different division, and he has not really looked that good. And now he's put on a bit of weight. He's about 236. They say now. Trust me, Usyk is not going to be the same fighter. And all you need to look at him against Chisora, and you need to look at him against Charles Witherspoon. That will tell you a lot. That should tell you a lot. It should tell us a lot about Usyk. Usyk is a great fighter, but that greatness for me is mostly at heavyweight. At cruiserweight. It's mostly at that division, not in heavyweight. If Chisora can do a job on him, look at his face after that fight. Chisora caught him many times, and his face looked battered after that fight. So imagine him in there with Joshua. If Joshua caught him, the number of times that Chisora caught him, he would have been knocked out. He would have been knocked completely out, maybe in the 5th round or the 6th round. For me, that's what I'm looking at. I'm looking at Usyk from the point of heavyweight. I'm not looking at Usyk from the point of a cruiserweight. Yeah, cruiserweight, fantastic. He can run around and all that. But in heavyweight, man, it's different. Because those punches, when they start to land on you, and Chisora is not in any way close to Anthony Joshua in terms of skill sets or power. It's not close at all. So for me, yes, it's a good fight. It's a fantastic fight. As a matter of fact, I like the fight because this fight will really, really help. It's like a serious glorified sparring for Joshua to get into the Tyson Fury fight if Tyson Fury is able to defeat Deontay Wilder again. I think it's actually the perfect fight for Anthony Joshua. Perfect. It's going to be a tough fight. Usyk is going to move around a lot, but how much can Usyk really move now that he's put on so much weight? Usyk is naturally not that big. He's weighing 236 now. That's gonna bother him. He's not going to be able to. And you need to also remember now that Joshua can move as well. Joshua can move. Look at him against Ruiz the second time. Joshua can move. He really can move. People shouldn't get it twisted. Joshua can move, and he's going to move with Usyk, and he's going to catch him. He's going to catch him, honestly. And Joshua is very good at fighting southpaws, because I've heard stories of sparring where southpaw fighters, where Joshua has done a job on them, and the proof is Charles Martin. I'm not saying Charles Martin is as skillful as Usyk, but look at what he did to Charles Martin. Look at what he did to Dillian White. So Joshua is actually good at fighting southpaws. He's actually good at getting them. And look at what he did to Dillian White. And Usyk is not in any way as powerful as Dillian White. Anyway, not even close. So people shouldn't get it twisted. I don't just understand why Joshua is so underrated by some of these haters. This is a guy who is very skillful. He's a very, very skillful guy. Very, very skillful. So yes, Usyk's manager is saying the right things. Obviously, they really want that fight, so they're trying to make sure that Joshua don't. Their prayer and their desire is that Joshua don't drop that belt. At least, Joshua, give us this fight. Let's earn some money. We deserve it. We want it. That's all they're crying for. It's not because they believe that Usyk is definitely going to go in there and beat Joshua. No, it's just because they want the payday. And also, you never know. Stranger things has happened. Maybe they are hoping that something can happen and Usyk can take the belt. But personally, I really don't see it happening. I think Joshua is going to be more focused now, knowing that the undisputed is still there. That's what I think personally.
What advantage does Usyk has over Anthony Joshua? If we should analyze now.
Movement, full speed. It's not hand speed. It doesn't. I wouldn't say he's got an advantage over Joshua with his hand speed. So, but with his foot speed, maybe. And that's the cruiserweight version.
You mean he's got a better footwork than Anthony Joshua?
Yeah.
Then hand speed. Do you think he got better hand speed than Joshua?
No.
Okay. Let's say Usyk puts his combinations together, and Joshua do the same. Which one do you think will be faster or is faster?
Come on, man. Joshua's combination is very, very fast. Joshua has really, really fast combinations. And when you look at Usyk doesn't really do combinations, bro. Usyk moves in, jab, and out again, quick. When have you really seen Usyk do combinations, like proper combinations? He doesn't do it.
Well, he threw combinations against Tony Bellew, though. He did let it go. After I think it was after 6 rounds or so.
Yeah, when Tony Bellew was already done and tired. And look at that fight as well. Do you want to tell me Tony Bellew didn't do well in that fight, except for the fact that his gas tank was what destroyed him in that fight?
Yeah, but it's weird how Tony Bellew gas tank affected him in a way whereby you look at against him and him against David Haye, he wasn't like that. So that's a bit weird in a way.
David Haye was done. David Haye wasn't moving around that much. And the problem with Tony Bellew in that fight was that he wasn't cutting off the ring. He was following after Usyk instead of cutting off. Because if you're cutting off the ring, what you're doing is you're saving more energy But if you're following after the fighter, you're using more energy because you're chasing that person. But if you're just cutting off like Canelo did against what's his name this last fight, um, Billy Joe Saunders, all he
Yeah.
did was cut off the ring. He just cut off the ring. He didn't run. He didn't chase Billy Joe. He was just cutting off the ring. Billy Joe was using so much energy, and that was why he got tired. And the same thing happened to Tony Bellew. And Joshua is not going to do that. Joshua is not going to be chasing him. Joshua is going to try to cut off the ring and catch him.
Okay. Who cuts off the ring better, Joshua or Usyk? In your opinion?
Usyk has not really been in their way. Usyk is more of he fights on the back foot. So he doesn't really cut off the ring. He uses the whole ring. Because in most cases, Usyk is not the one chasing his opposition, his opponent.
So you think Usyk is going to demand for bigger ring like Sanders did, like 24 foot long?
He will try, but he will not be in a position to demand for anything like that. He will try, but he will not be. He's a complete B-side in this situation.
Yeah, it's true.
He will not. He's an absolute B-side. Absolute B-side. So he won't even have the opportunity to start asking. It's going to be a standard ring. And they're going to make sure that ring favors Anthony Joshua. Because at the end of the day, it works well for everybody, everybody for Joshua to have the belt still. In all honesty, God forbid, say Usyk wins, right? Usyk against the winner of Fury and Wilder.
I mean, it wouldn't make sense, bro. Like, if bro, God forbid something like Usyk win, bro. Like, I mean, Usyk versus Wilder. Like, what do you expect to see there? Like, there is no. I mean, I will watch it as a boxing fan, but I wouldn't be so excited about it. Like, I don't know, man.
Nobody will.
Yes, better you're gonna see something boring there. That's for sure. Either a knockout, or something boring. I believe that Usyk can outbox Deontay Wilder, but how long will they continue to run? Okay, how long can they run? For how long? Because Wilder's got those long hands, and if he catches you with one.
I am not underestimating Usyk at all, but he doesn't really have much of a chance against Joshua. He has a bit of a chance because
I think he has a chance. Being the boxing maestro, I think he has a chance.
Brother, Usyk gas tank is not the same. He's not going to be the same. Look at that fight against Chisora. Chisora is slow. Did you know that? Chisora is slow. Chisora is very, very slow. His feet are really, really slow. Chisora doesn't move fast. And Chisora was still closing him down. Bro, are you kidding me?
You know my worry, huh? My only worry is that Joshua's performance against shorter guys that are maybe like he's taller than, has not been that impressive like I want it to be. Against guys that are big, that are giants, he knocks them out or he bullies them. He knows how to fight those people. Against guys that are shorter, he's had a little bit of problem with them. So that's my only worry about it. Maybe,
how many short fighters has he fought?
Carlos Takam, Joseph Parker,
Joseph Parker is not that short.
But Joshua is a giant. Joshua is a giant in front of Parker. That's a fact. Alexandr Usyk, the first 3 rounds, Joshua had problems, in really, really. But after 3 rounds, he then figured him out. The Apple then figured him out. Dillian White is not short. He's not short. Usyk might be 6'4", but he doesn't look like that.
Dillian White and Usyk are about the same height.
Yeah, but Dillian White's like Joshua. Of course, Joshua dealt with Dillian White, so like Dillian White was easy work for Joshua. That's a fact. And if they fight again, it's gonna be easy work. That's a fact. Because Joshua is like more advanced now. Dillian White is a good. Listen, Dillian White will give anybody problem. Okay, this guy's right here. We give them problem. Actually, maybe hurt them in a way, but when it comes to winning that fight against Joshua, I don't see it happening, bro.
Dillian White, one of the best things that's happened to Dillian White recently is that loss to provoke him, because Dillian White is going to be a much better fighter after that fight. I'm telling you.
You know,
Anybody that
you
gets
know
in
the
there,
weakness of Dillian White. The guy's gas
yeah,
tank is bad, man.
yeah,
He's
yeah.
got a very bad gas tank. I don't know, man. If he can work on that gas tank, then he will be a world class fighter, no doubt. But that gas tank is a problem. And Joshua's gas tank is very solid.
It has improved a lot, even
Yeah,
a
it's
lot.
improved a lot. Like Joshua, I don't know how Joshua improved on that, but so funny that you just look at my brother. What's his name again? Izuak Bogono. Okay, you see, Izuak Bogono is yet like he's not be able to improve his gas tank.
His gas tank is rubbish.
So many fighters that have
Absolute
gas tank problems, they don't improve on it. And Joshua is like kind of the first guy, let's say the only guy that I know, the only heavyweight that I know that has improved his gas tank, and that is very rare, in a fight game. I don't
That's
know
what
how
I'm saying.
I don't know how he did it,
That's-
but he's an impressive. We have to give his team a big, shout out for sure. A big round of applause for the job well done. So I was when he fought Pulev, I was like saying, because that third round when he heard him, man, I was saying, I beg, no, listen, listen, never go to never release everything. Joshua understood that, because it's like this guy Joshua is one of the fast. Listen, this guy, he learns very fast.
He's a student of boxing.
Oh my
He's a
God!
student.
Like there are people you teach something. For example, it will take them maybe 4, 3, 5 fights to even implement just one method. Okay, Joshua, you can teach him something now. In his next fight, you will see what you will see what you taught him. That's something like he's a good student of the
He's a
sport.
student. Himself, he was saying that this is the time you want to catch me, because the longer you leave it, the worse it's going to be for you, because I am improving. I am still improving. I am still learning. I am still improving. So, bro, you see that fight against Usyk is going to be a really good fight. But, brother, I can tell you this here. Joshua is going to knock Usyk out. Trust me. Honestly.
What round?
He's going to knock him
And
out.
how do you see happening? How do you see happening?
So what I see happening is Usyk is going to come in there. First, he's going to be very nervous. He's going to be very, very nervous of Anthony Joshua. I'm not afraid, but he's going to be nervous. In fact, borderline afraid. Okay. And then, no, borderline afraid, because he respects Joshua a lot. He really does. And he's seen what Joshua can do in the ring. So the first few rounds, he's not really going to throw a lot. What he's going to do in the first few rounds is he's going to run. He's going to try to see if Joshua will get tired. And then, no, he's not going to exchange it anyway.
This guy says he's going to run.
Yeah, he's going to run.
Well, it's part of boxing. It's part of boxing,
Yeah. I'm not saying it.
I mean, as if Fury gets a lot of praise for running against Vladimir Klitschko, so people say he's the best since sliced bread. Continue, bro.
Sorry, I'm just gonna on the side. People forget to remember that Tyson Fury could not get Wilder, who was already done in round 3. From round 3, Wilder was already done, but Fury still couldn't get him out. It took him another 4 rounds, and Fury himself was tired. From round 5, you could see Fury was blowing hard and he was tired. I have watched that fight, and I'm like, nah, Fury was tired in that fight. Trust me. So people should not even. Anyway, we'll get to that when the time comes. I'm gonna give some breakdown that will shock people. When Joshua and Fury eventually meet, you will see what's going to happen. It's going to be very, very strange. Anyway, coming back to Usyk. So Usyk is gonna use the ring. He's going to try to get Joshua to be tired. But what Joshua is going to do in return is that Joshua is not going to be chasing after him. Joshua is just going to be popping up his jab, just like he did Pulev. He's just going to be jabbing, but he will be cutting off the ring. What Joshua will be working on right now, I'm telling you, is cutting off the ring. I'm telling you, that's what he's going to be doing. And he will try to conserve his energy. But from round 4, Joshua is going to try to start putting it on him. But if Joshua catches him at any point in time in the fight, Joshua is going to try to get him out of there. But in doing that, he's going to do exactly what he did with Pulev. He's not going to use the whole of his energy so that he don't get tired for the next round. That's what he's going to try to do. But eventually, between round 7 and round 10, Usyk himself is going to be tired of running around because he will realize that I am in here with somebody who is fit, somebody who can jab, somebody who can punch. Okay, and he himself, he will start to slow down. And I suspect very, very strongly that Usyk is going to have problems with the weight he put on because he is not used to that weight. He has not fought in that kind of weight before. He is weighing 236 from a guy that came from cruiserweight just not too long ago. So he's going to have problems. He's going to be tired. And he's not a young man. People should not get it twisted. Usyk is 35 years old going 36. Trust me. People shouldn't get it twisted. I think people are looking at Usyk, like I said, from the weight that he came from. They're looking at it from that standpoint, cruiserweight. They're not looking at it from the standpoint of an heavyweight. But go back and watch his 2 fights at heavyweight and tell me. And in those fights, he was much smaller, fitter. But now he's weighing 236. He looks big and fat. Bro, it's not going to be easy. He himself will not find it funny running around the ring. And between round 7 and 10, that's going to be my prediction. That's what I'm going to put some money on, that Joshua is going to get him and he will knock him out.
What if Usyk takes the center of the ring and shocks Joshua, like, say, listen, you thought I was going to run, but now I'm taking the center of the ring? What would Joshua do in that scenario?
He will never do that.
I mean, that's a what if.
Joshua will knock him out. That fight will not last at all. That is not even Usyk's style. Usyk has never fought that way. He doesn't fight.
When Billy Sanders fought Canelo Alvarez, he didn't fight the way we thought he was going to fight. He came in, he fought, very differently, So we saw what happened.
It's a different thing for a guy like Billy Joe and Usyk. Just because Usyk is not a kind of guy he has not, even with guys that can't really punch, Usyk has not exchanged with them. It's not exchanged with them. So I don't see how that's going to happen. I don't see. Is stick center ring against Joshua? No, man, he won't do it. He will just not do it at all. He won't even do it. When I watched that, because not too long ago, I watched that fight against Belly. Belly was doing really well against Usyk. It was his gas tank that destroyed him.
When did you watch it? When did you watch it? When did you watch it?
Why
did you rewatch it?
I was just trying to see what Usyk is capable of doing at heavyweight. And because Bellew fought in heavyweight, so I just wanted to see the comparison, you understand? Like a guy who fought in heavyweight before Usyk. And
no. It was a... Okay. Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So I wanted to see... Yeah, they fought in the cruiserweight division, but I'm saying that after that, Bellew came up to heavyweight. And I just wanted to see... Just curious again to see how Usyk is going to perform. And I am now very, very convinced that Joshua is gonna know. When I saw that fight again, I'm like, nah, Joshua will get him out of there. He will get him out.
Okay, brother. I do appreciate you. Let's of course go to the next one. Tyson Fury has signed, the fight contract. We know Fury Water is happening.
Yeah.
He's very, very crazy. So crazy that this fight got made, we in a space of 3 days. Oh boy, Novice Martino, they played us, man. The way Fury played the boxing fans, it's something that I just can't get my head over. This guy played the boxing fans so bad to the point where I myself was like, damn. So let's take a look at it right here, and then we have to give our take on it.
Give him another shoulder injury, another bicep injury, a leg injury, nutsack injury. Wilder 3 fight, because Wilder's a pussy, an excuse maker, and a shithouse. Shall we do it and put him out of his misery? Put him seriously smashed to bits? Please. Crack his other side of his skull? Give him another shoulder injury, another bicep injury, a leg injury, nutsack injury.
No whole lot left behind.
Are you sure now?
I am.
Or should we just hijack out of it and go to Saudi Arabia and fight somebody else? I will sign here. As a man. Wilder, contract signed, you're getting smashed. When I say smashed, I mean smash, 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 bang! You get knocked out. End of 1 round, you're going. I've got your soul, your mojo, everything. I own you. Super smashed. Wilder 3 fight. Because Wilder's a pussy, an excuse maker, and a shithouse. Shall we do it and put him out of his misery? Put him seriously smashed to bits? Please. Crack his other side of his skull. Give him another shoulder injury, another bicep injury, a leg injury, nutsack injury.
No whole left behind.
Are you sure now?
I am.
Or should we just hijack out of it and go to Saudi Arabia and fight somebody else? I will sign here. As a man. Wilder, contract signed, you're getting smashed. When I say smashed, I mean smash, 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 bang! You get knocked out. End of 1 round, you're going. I've got your soul, your mojo, everything. I own you.
Bro, what do you make of these right here? Tyson Fury, being very vocal. Saying that, look at the facial expression of Tyson Fury. The guy looks very happy, yeah? So happy to fight Deontay Wilder. And it's so funny, this took like 3 days or so. Okay? 3 days. It's not even up to 3 days. Everything got finalized so easily. Why with the Joshua one, it took months, okay? Months before this guy even signed. Did he resign it? I don't think he signed it. Bro, listen, man. Fury, the guy is not only a fraud. I don't want to call him some names right here because of YouTube stuff, policy, guidelines, and all those stuff. But the guy, they toss him in Satan. The guy, and the reason I'm this one. I'm gonna tell you right now. My God, bro, how disappointed were you? First of all, let's just go. Let's just go. Because we couldn't go live here due to restriction and other stuff. How disappointed was it for you? When you, of course, heard the news that the fight that we all expected to happen, fell off.
Bro, remember in all our previous lives that we had on BBC, remember that I kept saying that I do not believe this fight happens until I see Tyson Fury in the ring. Remember that? I kept saying it. I said that even if they had a press conference, I still will not believe that the fight goes on until I actually see Fury on the day of the fight. I was very, very, very disappointed, but I was not surprised. I was not surprised because I know the character of Tyson Fury. It's as simple as this. Fury is a fraud. It's as simple. It's just that simple. There is no. I don't have anything else to say than just to say that he's a fraud. He's a fraud. He deceived. They already knew this fight was already planned, and that is the reason why it was so easy for them to sign this deal. This deal is not a new deal. This deal had already been done. It's already been concluded. They already, dotted all the I's and the T's and whatever as far as this deal is concerned. So the whole thing of, Fury signed, it's just a public show. This deal has always been, it's been sealed, man. It's been sealed. So for me, I was very, very, very disappointed, but I was not surprised because I've always known Fury. I think when I was saying it at the time, I don't think that everybody understood it. I don't think that anybody understood it when I was saying that this guy is a fraud and he may not take this fight, and that's exactly what happened. He deceived everybody, himself and his fraudulent promoter as well, Bob Arum, and the other one, Frank Warren. They deceived every one of us. They used the name of Anthony Joshua. It was just clout chasing, basically. They know that nobody wanted to see that fight, the third fight between Fury and Wilder. So they came up with a plan and said that, Anthony Joshua is the biggest star in heavyweight boxing. And obviously everybody wants to see Joshua against Fury. So what they did was that they put the name of Joshua in the mix. That way, it gets Joshua's fan interested, it gets everybody interested, and last minute, they're going to pull out. But already, there would have been a big build-up. Fury attached his name with Anthony Joshua just to build the fight against Wilder. So it's a shame. Joshua was used, Eddie Hearn was used, and they deceived the boxing community. And for me, I've never believed in Fury. The guy is a pathetic liar, and his history is there as an evidence. He's lied so many times, and even the guy a few months ago, he said it with his mouth. He said that when I'm lying, people think people don't believe me anyway, and when I'm saying the truth, people still don't believe me. So the guy knows himself. Why do you think that this guy keeps saying I'm never going to fight in the UK? Because we didn't accept him, because we know that he's a fraud and a liar. The mainstream community in the UK did not accept Fury because he's a liar, a pathetic liar. So I'm not surprised. I was disappointed, but really I'm not surprised because I didn't put my hopes high. I didn't put my hopes high at all as regards that fight, because I kept saying it that I don't trust Fury. So very, very, very disappointed, especially for Joshua, especially for Eddie Hearn. But am I surprised? No, man, no. It's Fury. It's Fury. When you deal with a thief, nothing should surprise you, really.
Thanks, brother. I do appreciate it. Let's get our brother on. Ty Ajagbe. How you doing, bro?
Hey, Raymond, Mario Joe, what's up, man?
Yeah, man, we good. First of all, let's get to the Usyk one.
What's
Usyk
up, Ty? Welcome, Ty.
wanting to go to war with the unified heavyweight king of the whole universe, Anthony Joshua. Your response and your take on that?
I can't wait for this fight. I'm pretty sure everybody's looking forward to this fight. A lot of Anthony Joshua haters are looking forward to this fight because they believe Usyk is going to be the guy to beat AJ. I mean, Andy Ruiz already beat AJ, so what else could they be hoping for? I don't know what else they're looking for. That they hate for that guy is unbelievable. But I personally believe Usyk. Listen, I've been paying attention to Usyk, and honestly, I'm not impressed with Usyk. These guys, they don't want to hear the truth about Usyk. Usyk has not improved since he left the amateurs. He's been boxing the same way, and he's still boxing the same way. Listen, the most he could do is put on weight and try to sit behind his punches, and I doubt his punches are going to do anything. Listen, I've said it over and over again. Anthony Joshua has been punched by the best. He's been taken down by the best, which I believe. I don't even think anybody can come closer to getting hit like that before. Which his name is Klitschko. You know what I'm saying? And I still believe Andy Ruiz has a quicker hands than Usyk. And Usyk puts good combinations together. Yes, let's not get that confused. And he has amazing footwork. But with that being said, he's gaining weight, and Usyk is a bit old. He's not old, but he's up there. And I think he's drastically his everything he's been doing since the amateur career has caught up to him this far, and he's slowed down just a tad bit, And I believe he's not gonna cause Anthony Joshua that much of a problem, other than fighting the same way Lomachenko did, and it's Anthony Joshua is just above that. There is no let me get Anthony Joshua tired. It's not gonna happen because that's the way he fights. People say, "Oh, he's just warming up." No, he's not warming up. He's basically trying to have you work, and then he comes in the fourth round and works his way from there. Listen, Tony Bellew was quicker than Usyk, even when it was hitting Usyk with those counter punches. Unfortunately, like as I've been saying, he's gas tank right now, and Usyk just finished him off. Simple. And I don't think that's gonna work against Anthony Joshua because Anthony Joshua knows how to pace himself better now. And he knows how to. He has better footwork now than before. He moves better. And let's not get it confused, man. Anthony Joshua, he does have power behind the punches. If he decides, let me give Usyk a problem, he's gonna give Usyk a problem. Look at the way he was fighting Derek Chisora. Derek Chisora decided to let me rough up Usyk. Usyk doesn't like getting roughed up. You know, Usyk does not like getting roughed up. He likes his punches from a distance and likes to keep them clean. And that's that's the truth. And I'm telling people, I'm arguing with people all over social media, especially on Twitter, trying to tell them, listen, Usyk has his everything that he has done thus far has not improved. He's been the same Usyk, and what is there to change in his game? Usyk changes his game. Let me sit behind Anthony. Let me sit behind my punches. His chances of getting knocked out is gonna be so high. That is the truth. And right now you can see he's gaining the weight so he could absorb punches better. That is what he's doing. What Usyk weighed last time against Derek Chisora, I can't remember. Was it like 219, I believe? And right now he's like 230 or something like that. Somewhere in between that. Listen, the guy knows the deal. The way he was getting thrown around against Derek Chisora, and did you see his face after the Derek Chisora fight? I mean, come on, man. Come on.
But Chisora is a hard fight for anyone, though. Like, we know he's a gatekeeper. You know, he's a gatekeeper. He's known as a gatekeeper. But the guy, listen, in his last fight, he did beat Joseph Parker, bro. Like, he just didn't get a decision. You know, it's a hard fight for anyone. Chisora has never been a joke to anybody. How many people have knocked him out? You know? Continue, bro.
Remy, you know what? You're absolutely right. Chisora is a hard fight, but listen, Chisora is the guy that, you know, like, listen, he's a hard fight, but it's basically, if you want to make it in the heavyweight division, you got to see what you eventually. Listen, people don't rate Chisora as an elite fighter. Yes, I don't know if they even rate him as a maybe a B fighter, but listen, if you're gonna get roughed up like that against Derek Chisora. And, you know, you really couldn't take him out. And we all know how Derek Chisora's gas tank is. And his gas tank was not the very best against Usyk. And he was completely tired. And Usyk still couldn't really work his way in there. Because Derek Chisora's power is still there. Anthony Joshua's power is still going to be there. Listen, this is going to be a good fight. But in the end, I'm still going to stick by Anthony Joshua because I know what he's going to do.
Looking at Chisora's record right here, resume right here, bro, 11 losses and only been stopped 3 times. Okay, 3 times. Who stopped him? I think Tyson Fury stopped him. Okay, in their second fight or so. David Hayes stopped him for sure. And who else stopped him?
And I would say, you know what? I would say at least.
Yeah, Dillian White stopped him. Oh, I forgot. Dillian White stopped him. But the thing is that, I mean, I'm just so stuck up in their first fight. I don't know, man. Do I see you as a?
He should have won that fight.
Yeah, man. Chisora should have won a lot of fight, man. Look at his losses. His losses will deceive you, but you know that's why he has his 5-star yet. He's ranked number 10 in the world. Wow. Now let's see. Number 10. That's more than Ajagba. You know, Ajagba is 16 now. Joyce 12. Derek 10. He should be ranked higher than Joseph Parker, though, in a way. If you look at it right here. Should be ranked higher than Joseph Parker. But Parker is 9. Because Parker lost that fight. He clearly lost it. Continue, bro. Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're right. I actually believe there's 3 of those fights that I believe Derek Chisora should have gotten the win, but you know they for some reason or the other they kind of, I don't know what it is, but they won't give this guy the win that he's supposed to be. You know, I guess because it'll mean he'll be playing an important part in fighting other people, and they don't want that. You know, imagine if he won against Joseph Parker, he'll be in line for a title shot. He'll be fighting a guy of Philip Hergovich. And listen, nobody wants. Listen, if I believe if Derek Chisora for Philip Hergovich, it would have been a problem for Philip Hergovich because I don't think Philip Hergovich could have dealt with somebody like Derek Chisora. I mean, who would want that? So it's more of like we can't have certain people move up because it's not good for boxing. You know, something like that. That's how. Guys,
please, sorry, bro. Sorry to interrupt. Guys, up the likes. My return now. You know, off the likes, man. What did happen now? I beg, off the likes, guys. Continue, bro.
Yeah, but so that's just the way I see when it comes to the fights with Derek Chisora. He should have won the Dillian White fight, the first one. He should have won the Joseph Parker one, and I believe he should have won the Pulev fight. You know, those fights I paid attention, and honestly, Derek Chisora he's an underrated fighter. If you go in there thinking he's a slack man, you're gonna get your ass handed to you. And I'm pretty sure Joseph Parker learned that. And now when they fight the second fight, unfortunately, you know, you only get one chance against Derek Chisora. If Derek Chisora can't really get his win, they're already gonna know how to beat Derek Chisora the second time. It's just that simple, man.
Yes, bro, that's right. So let's go to the Fury one. Fury, you know, the guy signed the fight contract. You know, the Wilder Fury trilogy is on, but hasn't been announced officially. But things are going very smooth. Both fighters have signed for the fight. And what is your opinion, man? Like, what do you make of this, man? Like, man, Fury really played us all, man. He played us all. A very, very sad day, sad time for boxing. You have fighters, you know, talk all the scrap in the world, but don't really live up to expectations.
I honestly believe Fury forgot. Listen, Fury forgot who actually, whether it was right or wrong from Deontay Wilder. You know, I actually believe he should have minded his own business and he should have just find another way to fight. But I guess he decided to, you know, see Fury as a weakling, and I'm gonna fight Fury, and you know, putting a name like Fury on my resume will be good. That was the biggest mistake he made, and I'm pretty sure whether or not it's something he probably regrets. You know, because look at the headache that Fury's causing this guy. He should have minded his own business, and he should have went find another route of fighting instead of calling out Tyson Fury. And Tyson Fury must have forgot who brought him back. You know, if Deontay Wilder didn't interfere and tell him and called out Tyson Fury, Tyson Fury would have had to start from scratch. You know, he would have had to fought some serious opposition. You know, he wouldn't have to fought Safari or the Pianeta. He wouldn't have to fight those guys. He would have to really fight those tough opposition. Then we would have really seen who Tyson Fury really was. But instead, he went straight from Pianeta and then went straight to Deontay Wilder. And we all been saying it before even Tyson Fury got in there, who Deontay Wilder was. You know, there was some things in question. You know, I'm still questioning those things until I see him fight Tyson Fury. You know, like I said, either one of these guys, somebody's gonna get exposed, right? And Tyson Fury must have forgot that Deontay Wilder was the one who brought him back. You know, nobody else was gonna bring Tyson Fury back. With all this yapping, oh, I'm gonna give Deontay Wilder a torn bicep, you know, something this and that, like just yelling out the top of his lungs, is saying stuff like that. I mean, this guy forgot that he was on a coach bench, snorting coke, eating, cheating on his wife, and calls it a mental health, while Deontay Wilder was on his 10th title defense. Like it or not, that's still impressive to me. You know, a 10th title defense, that's still impressive. While Tyson Fury was still doing nothing. He was fighting Pianeta and Safari. You know, that's what Tyson Fury was doing. So, like this whole thing, you know, it's gonna come to an end when they finally meet in the ring. And when I say, man, this is gonna be one interest. Nobody wants to see this fight, but this is gonna be something that is gonna be say a lot for both of these fighters. I'm telling you, man. Nobody believes me when I tell you one of these fighters is gonna be exposed. One of these fighters is gonna lose a lot. Is going to lose a lot. Tyson Fury now, he can't lay a claim, oh, Anthony Joshua fight me. Bro, no, he's not gonna fight you. Anthony Joshua ain't gonna fight you. You fucked up. excuse my language, you messed up big time. If it's for Deontay Wilder, oh, I lost to Tyson Fury. Oh, let me think about fighting Anthony Joshua. Anthony Joshua's not gonna fight you, man. It's over. Like you have to really work your way up. It's not I'm gonna jump and fight Anthony Joshua. You really have to fight at least 3 people. Even with that, it's gonna be tough for you to get back. This is what I mean by these guys. Either one of them are gonna be exposed. It's gonna be a problem for them. But let's see. I can't wait for this fight, man. We everybody has to think.
Do you know what, bro? Like, can you imagine? I'm backing Wilder to win. I never thought I would back Wilder to beat Fury, even though I know Fury is more skillful. But I'm backing Wilder to win now because of how Fury led everyone on. I'm backing Wilder to win, you know. But the thing is that any of those guys, I mean, the thing is that let's be realistic a little bit. I think if Fury beats Wilder again, he will fight Joshua because that is like his retirement plan. Okay. If Wilder beats Fury, I'm not really confident he fights Joshua. If it's a big if.
I honestly believe he's gonna fight Joshua. I believe that, man.
If Wilder beats Fury, you think he wouldn't we won't see another drama again and all this kind of stuff? Because the last time was tiring, bro. Like so many hatred from the LDBC to the point where, man, I was like, damn, why is boxing so toxic like this? Fury, on the other hand, his fans are super toxic. So a lot of them are far rights. They are far rights. They belong to far right groups. You know what I mean by that. But at least Fury, I don't know, man. He might, because I watched an interview of what was his name again? Ricky Hatton, right? Where he said Fury wants this fight, that he's looking to retire, something like that. Something that he said like that, in a way. Yeah, continue, bro.
I honestly believe Deontay Wilder is gonna fight AJ if he beats this belt because he learned his lesson, man. Why wait? Like why wait? The big money, let me fight and get that big money, and it's gonna be 2 brothers fighting in Africa, bro. Come on, two brothers fighting in Africa. It doesn't get better than that, huh? Like so, I don't think he would mess his opportunity up to mess this big. I honestly believe Deontay Wilder and AJ is going to be a big fight just because it's in Egypt alone. Just because it's in the Middle East, man. I believe that 100%.
You mean Saudi Arabia?
Yeah, Saudi Arabia.
You say Egypt. Egypt don't have the money.
So that's what I believe, man. Why would he let the opportunity go? He's not going to let the opportunity slip by again. If he lets the opportunity slip by again and decides to fight somebody else, unless his mandatory name by Dillian White steps in, there's a possibility that Dillian White is going to call for his shot, and then that's when he will like, okay, well, there goes Dillian White, and then Anthony Joshua might have to take care of his other mandatories if he decides I'm not going to fight Fury. I honestly believe. If Tyson Fury loses, I don't think AJ will give him that opportunity. I just believe it. I don't think AJ. I honestly, if I was Anthony Joshua, I would not give Tyson Fury that opportunity. He messed up that shot. It's a goodbye for you. You're not getting that. You're not getting that money fight. And AJ's the landlord, and he calls the shot, man. Come on.
Yes, man. I do appreciate you, brother. So, do you guys have anything else to add to it before we vote?
No, I don't have anything to it. Congratulations to Josh Taylor. That's it, man. Good job. That was a fantastic fight. Dropping Ramirez twice. Unfortunately, Ramirez didn't. He was good up until the 5th round, and I believe he just didn't know what to do after he got dropped. But congratulations to Josh Taylor, man.
Thanks, brother. My Joe.
Yes, sir, bro.
You have anything to add to it? No, come on, Cha. Just you have to stay on the line, bro. Stay on the line because
Right.
yeah, we have to talk about something else, which I want to record.
Yeah. Cool. For me, Ty broke it down real good. It's just a shame because really, Tyson Fury, um, you really messed up with a lot of people because we're actually looking at it from the point of view where we're basically talking about how you lied to the fans and how you lied to Anthony Joshua and all of that. But we're not even looking at the other fighters like Joe Joyce. He delayed this guy's career. Now, where's Joe Joyce gonna go? You get what I'm saying? Because Joe Joyce he was meant to have a good fight against Usyk. That would have been a pretty decent big fight as well, you know. But this guy has been waiting, all because of Tyson Fury. And look at Usyk himself. He was waiting and waiting and holding and waiting because of Tyson Fury. So the guy kind of held the heavyweight division. He kind of he's just seriously, like, I think right now, all those guys should not they should really be giving out to Fury because a lot of fights did not happen during this period because of this negotiation, because everybody was waiting to know exactly what was going to go on with the AJ Fury fight, so it's just a shame. And I think that it's come to a point where Tyson Fury has done this too many times and they should start calling his bluff now. And I don't even know why this guy is allowed to do this nonsense he does. He's been doing this for too long. Against Klitschko, he did it. When he was ordered to fight Dillian White for the WBC Diamond belt, he did the same thing. He called out Dillian White openly and said that, well, if the Diamond belt is online, then I'm going to give you a fight. I'm going to fight you. And when WBC ordered that fight for the Diamond belt, he turned around and didn't give Dillian White that fight. So this guy has done this too many times for my liking. And I think the problem is that he keeps getting away with it. You signed a deal with Deontay Wilder to fight him in a rematch for the third time, and you try to duck out of the fight. I watched an interview with Peter Fury today, and Peter Fury, in fact, that guy is the only sensible man in that family. I'm sorry, because the guy was honest. He was like, you signed a deal to fight someone. Why don't you just fight him and get it out of the way instead of all this going to court today, going to arbitration tomorrow? You signed a deal with a man. If the man will give you an opportunity to come back into boxing after your long layoff, why don't you just fight him? At least appreciate that man for giving you that opportunity, regardless of it being a cherry pick. Yeah, I know we all say he's a cherry pick and blah blah blah, but he gave him an opportunity. He gave him a route back into boxing. He gave him a route back into an opportunity to be a champion. And you're supposed to actually, it should be. You shouldn't do that to a man that gave you such opportunity. Regardless of how we feel about Wilder or whatnot, in my own view, Wilder is way more honorable than Tyson Fury because at least the guy, he gave you an opportunity and he brought you back. And then what did you turn around to do? You turn around and you try to cheat, you try to deceive, and then you held the division. You literally held the division because a lot of fights were depending on that fight, and you continue to lie and you started posting pictures and all of that, and you knew that the arbitration was going to be a problem. And in the first place, why did they even have to go to court? In all honesty, you signed a contract. Why don't you just honor it? Just honor it and save everybody the time and the stress and all of that. Just honor it. It's simple. In your own opinion, you've beaten this guy twice. That's what everybody believes, okay? And why don't you just beat him the third time? Just honor your contract. And I think that this guy gets away with this. But one day, karma is going to catch up, man. One day he's going to do something really silly and someone is going to sue into court and he's going to have to pay all of his life earnings. I think that's going to happen at some point if he continues this way because he keeps getting away with this nonsense. And, like I said, in the last live we did on the other channel, I just pray and I hope that Wilder is improved. And I hope that Wilder is able to smash Fury. And at this point, I'd rather have Wilder give him that opportunity to earn that big payday against Joshua. because this was the first fight we wanted to see anyway. Okay, and now I believe that the negotiations will be much easier because there will not be an easy, this issue of 70-30, 80-20, 60-40. It's going to be straight 50-50. And it will be a bigger fight because it will be UK against America. It will be the biggest puncher in the division against the most skilled or whatever, the biggest star in the division. It's going to be massive. I believe it's going to be bigger than this fight against Fury. But I just hope that Wilder is able to do it. Although if I go by the last two fights I saw, I'm not sure if Wilder is able to do this. But somewhere in my heart, I am really hoping and praying that Wilder is able to do it. I'm just really, really hoping. So yeah, that's what I have to add for now.
Thanks, brothers. I really do appreciate each and every one of you that support the channel. For those of you guys that subscribe to Ray Block Media, that joined me, that participated in the shows that we did over there, I really want to appreciate you guys. You guys are the true fans of boxing blocks, and I owe you guys everything. I tell you everything, because sometimes you need to know who your true fans are, and those guys that join me, the likes of Lisa Bells, the Queen, Lekon Ayuba, the likes of Gato, Obede, something like that. The guy that has the similar surname to mine. And a lot of you guys, man. You guys are joining me to Jagbe, Maujo, Adewale, Winke, Isioma, Anthony, and many of you guys. So thanks. We definitely will be right back. Stay tuned for more exclusive and extraordinary bangers out here, guys. Wait. We have someone new online or what? Adewale,
yes,
Alpha.
Alpha, brother. Man, I just came through to say congrats, welcome back to the BBC. Thank you for providing us with this great platform where we can have boxing conversations. And salute to my brother, Michael Joe. I came in late, but I heard half of what you said, I assume. Salute to TY and Jagbe as well. Thanks, brothers.
Thanks, bro. We'll definitely be right back soon. Stay tuned, guys. We'll definitely be right back. Now, so I'm gonna mute and make I go out with the intro.